Morning, everybody. So as you guys see, I got myself a little skid steer here. It's a Bobcat T450. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning. It's really hard to see right now because it's dark, obviously, but as the sun comes up here in a little bit, you'll see that we got a bunch of like grindings, asphalt grindings out of a mill delivered here to our yard across the street. And what we're going to be doing, it's already been spread out yesterday, but today we're going to focus more on grading it out and getting it nice and flat and level somewhat. We got one big pile over there in the corner that we still need to spread out, but this has all been spread out. It's just more grading and getting everything nice and flat. This is not the main point of the video, as you guys probably saw in the thumbnail or something. We do have a generator lift for a customer scheduled here at like 9:30. So that will be the main, I guess, action of the video, but I thought I'd just take you guys along and show you guys what we got going on here. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of get to work and we'll see what we can do here, and then we'll get on that generator lift. Thanks for tuning in, guys. All right, so there's the Bobcat, and then you guys can kind of see here, we got this material all spread out here. It's not perfect by any means yet, and I'm no operator either, but we're working our way through it. We got one big pile over there that we need to work on. We do have a skip loader across the street. A skip loader is one of those tractors that has a bucket on the front, but then has like the box blade Gannon on the back. I don't know. I feel like with those machines, with that machine, unless you know what you're doing, at least for me, since I don't really know how to run that machine, I felt like I was just making more of a mess. So that isn't why we rented the skid steer. We rented the skid steer to assist in some of the smaller spots here, but I am finding it a little bit easier to just back drag with the bucket. The visibility seems to be a little bit better. I can see what I'm doing rather than using the box blade. But I know that if we had an operator that knew what they were doing with that box blade, that this would be a lot better as well. So I guess it's just one of those things, you got to know what you're doing for it to work out well. If you guys didn't know, this is our yard across the street. The main yard is over there, and this is our another parcel across the street here. This is kind of where our long-term storage stuff goes. So there's a wreck right there. That guy had no insurance, no registration, he's from Mexico, and somehow he's allowed, or not allowed, but somehow he drove a truck and he wrecks it, and then we get stuck with it. That is like the epitome of owning a towing company right there. Doing thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars worth of work and not getting paid. That is awesome. You should get into towing, right? No, you should not. So one of the heartaches of a towing company, but I digress. This is a Pam trailer, as you guys can see. This guy fell asleep and sideswiped the back of a car hauler fully loaded with like brand new cars. The trailer, I mean, it's mangled, right? But it doesn't look so bad. The truck, you would have thought the guy died. There was 2 people in it too. You would have thought they would have died. This Swift trailer is getting picked up today, hopefully, so we can kind of spread some of this material in that spot as well. This one we're just storing. These are our trailers. Our yard isn't really that full at the moment. We just sold a bunch of stuff that was blocked there. This one was just a travel trailer that rolled over that, as you guys can see, completely demolished it. Anyway, let's get to work. Let's see what we can get into here. See how well I can run this skid steer. Yeah, before we hop in that machine, it is an open cab machine. So I have goggles, which I purchased after the that sandstorm rollover that you guys saw a couple videos ago. So I purchased that, and well, I had this, but yeah, the goggles came in handy. So I'm gonna cover my mouth with this, and then I'm gonna throw these goggles on. We'll go backwards hat to support the goggle strap. And then, yeah, I just got some nice clear lens, cheapo Amazon special. Maybe I'll put a link in the description. But yeah, keeps all the dust out, and you can actually wear your sunglasses under them, which is nice. I really like that, because clear for night, but then during the day I can wear my sunglasses under. So, all right, let's hop in the machine. Let's get to work. All right, little status update here. As you can see, maybe you can't see, but I'm like covered head to toe with dust. So goggles were the move. Taylor's in the skip loader over there. He's doing good work. It's actually looking pretty level now and flat. So that's good. We're looking pretty good. I'm gonna grab the forklift now and we're gonna move this tailgate from a wreck that we did, and that way we have access to the other side of the yard without opening that other gate. So, complete change of plans. I'm eating my breakfast really quick. We have a taco lady that stops by the yard. But my dad, as you guys can see, is taking the rotator. That means open the gate. So my dad's taking the rotator to do the rotator job I was talking about, which probably based on thumbnail now, you guys probably already know that. But I'm gonna be going down to Nyland to pick up a Cat 325 excavator, take the Cozad 16 tire. I'll show you guys how we load an excavator over the back, which is fun. Taylor's fueling up the skid steer that we rented. I'm gonna take it back to them. We're pretty much done with that, and then he'll finish grading with the skip loader. Came out pretty good. Like I said, Taylor, he knows what he's doing there, so makes a big difference. So yeah, let's get this trailer disconnected, and then we'll swap it over to the Cozad. Little bit of a tight squeeze here, but we're getting in here. Got this truck mirror right next to us. We're spinning. Okay, I'll lock up differential here. Power through. There it goes. Just missed that mirror. Locked. We'll do a little tug test here. Oh yeah. Alright. Set brake. Probably turn all that off. Share the big. Alright. We got the Cozad 16 tire all pulled out, ready to go. I went ahead and slid our fifth wheel plate forward, basically as far forward as possible. That allows the drives to get loaded, obviously, but then it also puts that weight in front of the drives and allows that 20,000 pound rated steer axle to go to work. So that's the nice thing about these trailers with the longer neck and the sliding fifth wheel. You can load up that front axle, which is really difficult to do on some longer road tractors. So that's why this day cab comes in handy for our California permits that allow us, like, roughly, don't quote me on this, but 20,000 on the front. I know that for sure. 46 and change, I think, and then 60,000 on the rear. So we can load it up pretty good if you play around with the fifth wheel and your weight. So I'm just gonna use the restroom really quick and throw away some trash, and we're gonna get out of here, head down to Nyland. Beautiful Nyland. All right, later. All right, Jose just got back to the yard. I'm having to move his trailer over next to the Kenworth over there. All right, let's go. Go back to base, open the gate, please, open the gate. Let's take a look at the yard across the street here. See how it looks. From here it looks pretty good. I think Taylor said he's got a little bit of finish grading to do, but for the most part, yeah, that looks good. Only thing we're missing is like some water, like a sprinkler or something, a little hydraulic compaction. But yeah, it looks pretty good. A few spots I see that could use a little touch up, but for the most part, it looks really good. Makes a big difference. All right, about if I had to guess, 50-60 mile drive to an island. Let's go. Couple pictures here of the machine before we touch it, just to document any potential damage. Just looking at windows and stuff like that, making sure there's nothing that can be blamed on us. Pop this strap so we don't run it over.
X-ray lady. Yes,
All right, let's do it. All right, got juice. Let's do it. So these new next-gen machines are pretty much keyless, except for the master, obviously. But you just have a twist on/off, and then a start, push-button start. So there's that. Give it a second here. Usually wants to do whatever it's got to do before you activate the controls. See, it says cycle the lock lever. There we go. All right, we're live. So 325, it's a zero swing machine. It's not completely zero, but for the size and the capacity, it's pretty good. Give her some throttle here. So we're gonna orient ourselves out here a bit. So it appears we're on a pipeline job. They got a huge trench dug right there, and they got pipeline welders and water tanks for the pressure tests. So I don't know what stage they're at in the project, but that's what they're doing for sure. Okay, so we get spun around here. And we're gonna track toward the back of the Cozad here. And it's critical that we get straight here. So I'm gonna guess that our inner track's gonna be in line with our frame rail right there that runs the length of the bed. So we'll get it close back here and kind of see where we're gonna be sitting. Looks like we need to scoot over a little bit. Maybe somewhere in there. Always adjust in the air. Okay, so then Now that we're right here at the tail, we're gonna take our bucket. We're gonna stick it out here a good ways. Right about there. Kick the idle up. We're gonna lift the whole machine up. New machines aren't the most powerful, but what we'll do is we'll curl toward us as we track. Ideally, I'd like to get the whole machine up in the air, but it's kind of fighting me right now. It seems like these new next-gen machines don't like to lift. It might be where I'm placed. I could place a little closer, but that's okay. We are on the trailer though, so let's see. I have to get a little more lift here to straighten myself out. So you can see I'm kind of twisting the body under me just a touch. Kind of get ourselves straight before I set it down. Okay, I'm gonna set ourselves down here. Okay. So now that we're sitting on the tail of the trailer and we lifted ourselves up, I'm gonna curl this bucket all the way in until we're resting on the, well, just barely resting on the bottom of the boom there. And then I'm gonna swing myself center. Okay, so we're center there. All our weight is center. We don't want any weight off the side of the trailer here. And then what we're gonna do is literally, my only focus is this inner track and maintaining this sight picture, because I know that we're relatively straight here. So what we'll do is I'm gonna go ahead and kick the idle down, and we're just gonna start climbing. And you guys will see that on the outside camera, it literally looks like we're gonna fall like belly up backwards on the back of the trailer here. But the key is to keep it moving, not overcorrect yourself, because right here it's really dicey. There's only a little bit of trackpad on the ground. We're just gonna keep tracking, and then there she goes, she's cresting. Just like that. So, little sketch. Definitely, after doing it a few times, it's a lot easier, but the first time I did that, woo, man, needed to change my undies. Like if there's people watching me load, you see them step further and further away, the higher and higher I climb. Okay, so now that we're pretty much on the flat ground, we crested over, I'm gonna get this bucket up a bit here. Because we're gonna have to rotate it here in a second. So what I like to do is usually overdo it going backwards, because it's a lot easier to track that way once we're facing that way than reverse. So I'm gonna overdo it, which actually this might end up working out. Okay, now what I'll do is I'm gonna get some of my weight up here, but not much, just like about there, and then I'm gonna slowly rotate it around here. Nice, easy, gradual movement. You're not gonna have any problems doing this as long as you don't go like crazy fast and then like stop really quickly. If you do that, you have the potential to slide off the trailer, which isn't good, obviously. Okay, so right about there is center, so we'll come to a nice gradual stop. We'll go ahead and boom down, and it looks like we're gonna wanna set this bucket right at the tail of the trailer there. Yep, so we're gonna have to track to the back of the trailer here, which is good. I'd rather do it this way. Set our bucket down, boom, beautiful. Let's shut her down. Well, what'd you guys think of that? Would you do that yourselves? Would you be up in the seat doing that? I don't know. So, as you guys see, that's how we load up the Cat 325 in this instance onto the Cozad 16 tire trailer from the back. For those of you who are unaware, this is a Cozad trailer, West Coast style, and they approve loading machines over the back like that, so I don't want to hear it. Anyway, let's head back to the valley, cue the time lapse.
Alright, we made it. Got Taylor here. I'm gonna let Taylor offload it. I think that's the dozer that I delivered.
Huh?
I think that's the dozer that I delivered. It was a crappy job site.
Well, they shouldn't have to pick it back up.
Huh?
Well, they shouldn't have to pick it back up.
I know. Need any pointers there, big guy, or you just got it? You remember?
I'll just do what Darwin does.
Side unload it. Alright, let's see what Taylor's got. So Taylor has done this once before. Figure it's never a bad idea to teach everyone how to run all the pieces of equipment. Okay, so right here, it's gonna crest over a little bit onto what we call the dance floor. Not a big deal. There it goes. So he caught himself there, which is good. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have. I'd probably just let it crest over. But then, now that you're crested over, you're gonna keep tracking, and then he's gonna use his bucket to basically catch his fall. So he's kind of floating the bucket here, just right above the ground. Yep, there he goes. See how now he's gonna... Hey Taylor, let yourself come a little more. Just use your stick to pull you in as you track. There you go, just like that. Okay, now you can set yourself down. You're good. Yeah, keep going. I'll let you know when to spin. Going. Keep going. All right, now you can spin it. Just don't drop that bucket on this truck, would you?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Dude, the first time it did that to me, I was like, oh my God. Okay, then you'll kind of want to just plant right about here and then just walk yourself away. Pick yourself up a little bit more. Okay, you're good. Make sure to throw a little rotate in there to keep yourself straight. There you go, yep. Cool. Nice.